everyone, welcome back to my channel. Hope you're all doing well. Today I'm doing my Sephora Play unboxing. This is something that I do a little differently other than a standard unboxing. I do receive these weeks before I film or a week before I film, and I use the products and give a little bit of a review on some of these items. So I'm not just showing you, but I'm also giving you my opinion to see if it's worth getting that monthly subscription. I don't know about my hair today. I'm trying, when you have short hair, can we just take a side note here for the short haired girls out there? There's not a whole lot you can do with your hair. So I got this little thing. What do we think about this? Comment below. I don't ever ask about like hair stuff, or I don't really talk about hair stuff, but I don't know, does this make me look like I'm 12 years old? I mean, I'm 33 years old. Can I be wearing a headband with this little bow? Is that acceptable? Let me know what your thoughts are. Always appreciate it. So here is the box for Sephora Play. It comes in a cardboard box, and now all the items come in this little baggie. I took everything out, but it's a little cinched bag, and I think it's cute. This month it has a little popsicle on it with little, can you see? With little pink lips. I think that's cute. I like these little bags. I've said it before. I kind of enjoy these more than the boxes. The boxes, there's only so much you can do. I use them for storage for a lot of my makeup, but I like these little bags because you can use these for so many different things and they don't take up a lot of space. And this month it was all about the effortless summer, you know, keeping things pretty minimal, that kind of thing. That's kind of what I got out of this. And this is the pamphlet you get that shows you all the items and a little bit of a detail on the items and how to use them and little tips and tricks, that kind of thing. So inside the bag, we did receive a perfume, as you always do. And I've said this before, I don't believe this is actually part of the items you do receive. It's, you always get a perfume. So it's not like some months you do get a sample. You'll always get a perfume sample. And this month we got my favorite brand of perfume, which is Nest Fragrances. Oh, I tell you, the only negative thing I've noticed, at least on my skin, is they don't last that long. I don't know why. I have a lot of roller balls. Maybe that's why. I've actually never invested in like the full size. I have a little small sample sizes and a bunch of roller balls. And this one is actually quite nice. This one is citrine, and my favorite one, what's my favorite one? Oh my gosh, I can't even remember. Indigo. I could wear that all day long, every day. I love it. It's just the perfect scent. And this one I had never smelled. I don't own this one, and I like it a lot. There's just something about it. Of course, I can read you the notes. I'm sure that they do say. So it does say, the dewy softness of lotus flower and freesia are set against sparkling citrus notes and hints of precious woods. That's probably why I like it. I like woody smells. I don't like super musky smells, at least not on me. Everyone's gonna smell differently with perfumes. It reacts different with your body. And this one, I get a lot more of that citrus right away. Immediately when it's on my skin, I get citrus. And then as it starts to kind of mesh with my skin, I get that flowery scent, that freesia. I do like this one a lot. And again, this is my favorite brand of perfume. And the next thing we got was the Blotterazzi. And this is from Beauty Blender. And again, this is full size because you can't really give a sample size of this. It's like getting a beauty blender. I hope we get a beauty blender. This is supposed to be a little blotting cushion. And also too, in this little package, you do get a little sample of the liquid beauty blender cleaner, which I've used and it's okay. I've never purchased it. I'm a big believer in baby shampoo and Dawn dish detergent. You know, they're very gentle on your sponges, and everyone usually has that in their house. So I don't go and invest money in those special beauty blender or sponge cleaners. But this is the little Blotterazzi. And as you can see, it's thin. So it's the shape of a beauty blender with that like teardrop. And then, you know, it's a little thin guy. And I don't have a whole lot of oil today. Let me grab my mirror here. I don't have a whole lot of shine. Most of this is probably highlighter that you're seeing on my face, that kind of glowiness. But you're supposed to just kind of carry this in your purse. You can blow it off. Oh, I had a little bit of shine. And it does work. it's a little gimmicky. I do like this concept a lot more than blotting papers. I'm assuming those have to be bad for the environment. Are they biodegradable? I don't really know. I can't imagine it being cost effective because you just have a sheet, you blot your nasty oil, and you just throw it away. You could go into a public bathroom if you're somewhere at a restaurant, and if they have those little toilet seat covers, which most places do, obviously not a used one, that's disgusting. Rip off a sheet. It's basically the same material as your blotting sheets, and just rip off a sheet and pat off your excess oil. If I'm really in a bind, I'll get like a piece of toilet paper and just lightly press. You know, you don't want to rub off your makeup, but this is nice to have in your purse because you can just wash it and reuse it, which I think is awesome. I'm definitely going to use it. I mean, I have it. It came in here. I'm going to take full advantage of it, but I think it's just awkward. I think the best way to do it is maybe like turn it like a little taco. Here's my little taco, and kind of put your finger in there and go like that. I think that's the best way. I wonder if you can use this to put powder on. Next up is something from First Aid Beauty. This is the Skin Rescue Deep Cleanser with Red Clay. This is going to be someone that has a lot of excess oil, particularly, you know, someone with a lot of clogging, very oily skin. I don't think this is going to be a good one for dry skin, obviously, but it definitely purifies a little bit more. I wouldn't use this as a daily cleanser. I feel like it might be a little too much and might strip my skin, but I do have a normal to oily skin type, and my oil and any clogging is always in my T-zone. It's nice. I like how it does have, ugh. I wouldn't do it if you're rosacea prone, super sensitive, any dilated capillaries, any like that cuperose on your face. I wouldn't use this. It's going to be a little too stimulating. Moving on to the next product is from Smashbox. This is the Photo Finish Pore Minimizing Primer, and I've used the original, what's the one? It's just like the clear, very silicone-based Photo Finish, I think it was. Not a fan. I've used the white one that I think is also called Photo Finish. I can't remember the names of all of them, but I've never been a huge fan of the primers, which they're actually quite popular. This one, however, not bad. It does remind me exactly of the Professional from Benefit. It's exactly the same thing. You know, if you have this, you don't need this. If you have this, you don't need this. But if one comes cheaper than the other, I would just get the cheaper of the two. They're exactly the same thing. Getting down to the last two here. Too Faced Chocolate Soleil Bronzer, which I've had samples before of. So I've been able to touch, feel the texture, use it, and I do like it. I've never purchased the full size, but this little sample is a lot bigger than I've gotten before. I've got the kind that's like a piece of paper and it has like this very thin layer of the product on it, but this one is actually like a little cardboard. This is the Medium Deep Matte Bronzer, and this is not as dark as I thought it would be. I'll do a little swatch here on my hand. I'll build it up a little bit, but this, I mean, I'm not complaining because I am fair, and I would have hate to get one that I just can't use. I mean, I'd always use it for something. It's very buildable, which is nice, but I had to build up maybe 3 layers of this for the swatch just so you could see. It is a perfect tone though. So I don't mind that it is light because I can build it up. It's not too red, it's not too orange. However, if it's geared to someone that says it's a medium deep matte bronzer, I would assume they're talking about someone with a deeper skin tone, medium deep skin tone. This you'd have to build up a while. It's very pigmented, but I think it should be deeper if that's what it's claimed to be. I know that they have deeper ones. So this one's just a little light. It is so long wearing. Again, smells like chocolate. It smells like cocoa. This was awesome to get in the month. I'm super excited about this, and I'm going to use every little bit of it and have continued to use every little bit of it. The last thing we got was one from Way. It is a hair care product, and this is from, what's her name? She's a hairstylist, celebrity hairstylist, and she developed this whole line of hair care, and this is the Wave Spray. And I've heard people talk about this, the smell. She actually said that, I saw her on a video with Lisa Eldridge, who is my hero, by the way. Love Lisa. She said that it took her forever to develop the scent because she wanted something just right. She wanted something where you could, you know, move your hair. Mine doesn't really move, but if you had longer hair, move your hair and you just get this waft of this amazing smell, almost like perfume for your hair. And this is a little warm. I wouldn't wear this as a perfume, I don't think, but when it's spritzed on the hair and it's kind of just around you, and every time you do like play with your hair and move, it's a nice smell. I like it a lot actually. And as you can see, I've been using a lot of this and I like it a lot. Obviously, I have naturally curly hair. I don't actually need a whole lot of help in the wave department, but this is nice to put on to kind of get that messier look. If you have very fine hair, put this through your fingers and your hair and kind of tease things up and get that pieceiness to it. And it doesn't have that crunchiness or tackiness or stickiness, you know, that film. It actually feels very nice on the hair. I don't know if I'll purchase the full size, but I'm enjoying this a lot. That's the whole box. I love this box. I'm not even gonna gush about it. I have this love affair with the Play subscription box. I'm sure there are people out there that aren't so thrilled about it, but for me, you're trying everything high-end from Sephora, because Sephora only sells high-end products, and then you can find out if there's some duds, not invest all of your money into it, or if you do, you go broke and you buy all this stuff. But that is it for me today. Don't forget to give the video a big thumbs up if you liked it, and of course, if you haven't subscribed, you know where that button lives. Thank you so much for joining me, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye. I'm gonna go in with the top two shades. I like to mix these. One is called Equinox, and one is, I think this is Subsolar. So I'm gonna go in and use the Subsolar first. Kind of lay that down.